I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-Minute Convos, where I help you create a brand of your own unique real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Neil Fitzsimon. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful night?
Yeah, I'm doing great actually. Yeah, really, really nice. Just sitting down, been watching the TV, and I'm going to carry on after this. We're night birds, so
What part of the world are you in, Neil?
yeah. We were from London originally, but now we've moved to a small island off the coast of the UK called the Isle of Wight, which is it's a lovely island, and it's a quieter way of life than what we had in London, but we'd had enough of that.
Island life is beautiful. I'm from the islands as well.
Yeah,
The difference is the Caribbean Sea, right?
that's right. Yeah, we've got the Solent on one side and the English Channel on the other side.
Yeah.
So from where we live now, across from us the water, it's France. So yeah, so it's a lovely island. I like that stretch of water because it keeps us away from the rest of the rest of the UK. You know what I mean? We're isolated, which is lovely.
Love it, love it. Well, do tell me which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this specific time in history.
Yeah, myself and Bee. She's the singer. I'm like the songwriter and guitarist. We've been in a band that was signed to an indie label back a few years ago, and now we're going out as Fitzsimon and Brogan, and things seems to be going really well. Primarily we're a studio act, really. We have toured in the past, but now we just concentrate on writing and recording.
So, who did you learn that skill from? That skill to write?
No, I just picked it up, to be quite honest. I was always obsessed with when I was growing up who'd actually written the songs. I always looked for the songwriters, and basically I got a guitar to actually like become a songwriter, not a guitarist. Which in the end I had to do that, but primarily I wanted to be a songwriter, and it was just that my early efforts were absolutely abysmal. But you've got to go through that, and then things started moving on from there. I got into a band, and they liked the stuff I was writing, and they all agreed that they were going to be doing my stuff. So I thought I must be doing something right, and then it progressed from there.
Did you pick up the guitar and continue because you were not getting the delivery in terms of what you wanted?
Yeah, I mean, I'd been to concerts and everything, and I was not satisfied just being somebody in the audience watching. I wanted to get up there and do that and find out how to do it. I think with that type of thing, I think you stick at it if you're driven to do it, and it became a natural thing. I don't think anyone can make you if you haven't got that thing within you that you want to actually do this. And it was just a way of life for me, really.
It's amazing how those things fuel you, isn't it? I mean, your passion.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, look at you now, right? Like you, it's like probably like 12 in the morning, but you song like if it's 7 p.m.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. Now, we work by we start late on when we're working in the studio, and we go to bed really late. So yeah, that's the way we've fallen into. We're lucky enough to be able to do something that we love doing, and do it from home as well.
Why will you continue? Why will you continue with this model of life?
Well, for one thing, it's it's a lovely way of life. I mean, things are going well at the moment. We've just done 2 tracks with David Bowie's drummer, Woody Woodmansey. He was in the Spiders from Mars, when Bowie was like first started his career. And we've been working with him, which has been fantastic. And things are looking really good. So, yeah, I mean, we love this way of life. You know, that's what it is. It is a way of life.
Where's the best place for us to follow up on what you do, what you
Uh,
write, what you sing?
well, yeah, we've got an album out currently at the moment, which is a single from that Big Blue World. You can find that on all the download sites, iTunes, and everything else. We're on Facebook under Fitzsimon and Brogan. We're on Twitter, and yeah, we've got a new single coming out on October the 19th, "Girl in a Gilded Cage," which is taken from the Big Blue World album. Um, yeah, so we're right across everywhere because we've got a record company and a publisher out in France, WTPL, and I've got a couple of other publishers as well, one in the States and another one in the UK, and they're pushing our stuff all the time. They set it all up with Woody. Well, I actually got talking to him a couple of years ago, just before David Bowie died, and then he became very busy then, Woody, with following their death and everything of that. He actually wrote a book, but the record company put me back in touch with him, and yeah, we've been working with him, which has been brilliant, and we're doing a couple of more songs with him in November.
Sounds like fun. Sounds like fun. You know,
Yeah.
in the Caribbean, we would pronounce your name Fitzsimon. And I was listening to an interview of you on Royce Talks, and the interviewer said Fitzsimon. Which do you go with?
It is Fitzsimon.
Oh, yeah, love it.
Yeah, yeah, you got it right, because I think Fitzsimon actually has got two M's in it, and I've only got one M.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so yeah.
So tell me one other thing you've done consistently over the last 3 years, please.
Well, just this. We work at the music all the time now, and it's been going really. It's been building up, and we decided we needed management, and that's why we went with Michael Stover at MTS, who's been really good for us. And we work. All of our stuff is mixed by Pat Collier, who he produced the Katrina and the Waves track, "Walking on Sunshine." He mixes all of our stuff, and he's produced our albums as well. Yeah, so I mean, it's a good thing. We're working on two new songs now that when they're done, they'll be sent off to Woody, Bowie's drummer, and then we take it from there. Then they go to Pat to be mixed. But we've actually now got a studio in our home, which is fantastic.
Oh my, yeah, I know how that feels. How does it make you feel to see your growth from then to now?
Yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, to have your own studio, it's so great. I mean, I'll be quite honest with you. I'm not the technical one. My partner, Bee, she's the singer. She's learned how to do the engineering, and I just turn up and put the guitar down and the bass and everything. She plays keyboards. Yeah, it's great. We just go in there. We work as long as we want. We're not again on a clock, which is great. And when we first got signed to a record deal, it was very nerve-wracking. We went from being like doing demos in the bedroom to working with people from Eric Clapton's band and The Art of Noise and people like that. So, yeah, it's great. It's great now to work at our own pace.
Yeah, congratulations. Well done. Well done. Well
Thank
done.
you.
All right, my friend. Well, let's switch gears for a moment now. Let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water.
Right.
What is your earliest childhood memory, Neil?
My earliest childhood memory. I think it's going on family holidays. Being a London fan, we always used to go to a place called Ramsgate, which was it's where all Londoners went for their breaks. My whole family used to go down, aunts and uncles. It was a big thing, and we used to go down there. And I went back there a few years ago, and it's quite sad in a way, really, because I stood near the beach where I used to be with my family, and it's deserted now. It's not the place that everyone flocks to. People in the UK, a lot of them go abroad, but it brought back a lot of memories for me. And yeah, I just remember those days and everything. And it's funny, like all the memories, the sun always seemed to be shining.
Yeah. How old do you think you were in that memory?
I think I was mostly about 7 years old, 5 or 7 years old, I would have thought. But yeah, because it was a big thing that I looked forward to all year, and you know, and my sister did as well. So yeah, it was great.
How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
I think it's so. I think what you're like in those days, that's what forms the man that you turn into. Really, I was always a child that always asked the question why, much to the annoyance of my mum and dad and my aunts and uncles. But yeah, I mean, I think it helped me, and even like in my writing of songs today, things like that, you know, will like seep into the lyrics. From those days, and yeah, it's I suppose, yeah, in a way I do like live in the past quite a lot, to be quite honest. It forms what you are today.
Yeah, I love it. The big blue world, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, my friend. If we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
Oh God, my favourite song. Well, yeah, this is quite strange because of my mum and my dad and everything like that. I grew up listening to the Beatles and David Bowie and people like that. I didn't really get some of the modern bands. So I would say that one of my favourites when I was about 12 years old was my mum had the album that had You Can't Do That by the Beatles with John Lennon, which I absolutely loved. And I am an absolute Beatles fanatic.
Love it, love it. All right, my friend. Well, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form, so it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly. Are you ready, Neil?
Yeah.
Neil, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes.
Are you married?
No.
Do you have children?
No.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
Yes.
All right. What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Less.
If you, Neil, had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, Neil Fitzsimon, what would you say that is?
I think hopefully I'm a person that tries to do the right thing, and I'm mindful of my past, and I think as I said, it shapes what you are today.
Love it. Can I add something?
Yep.
Never tell Neil Simon he can't do it.
Right. Okay, thanks.
Neil, it's been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
No, I'd just like to thank you for inviting me onto your show, and it's been really good.
Yeah, thank you. Neil Fitzsimon, thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.